Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kellyanne Mataskevitz. I am an energy medicine practitioner, a facilitator of freedom to those who feel deeply, who are practitioners and entrepreneurs and conscious artists, here to be the ripple effect in this world, here to be the change, here to remember and realize who you truly are, to make big magic with your life. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, Jeffrey. So I'm going to have a little sip of my coffee. This, I don't know if you could see it, but it's as strong as it is the new beautiful. A friend of mine got that for me for, I think it was Christmas. So this energy wants to come through to share with you because we are in such amazing times right now where there's just this collective gathering of humans that are on this timeline of elevating and shifting consciousness. And what happens in that process is that anything that needs to be alchemized, transmuted, left in the past, not coming with you to that next level life, will come to the surface for you to review, take a look at, decide, am I taking that with me? And so when I talk about patterns, I realized after I'd posted the original announcement where I had said, originally I said, I'm going to come online and talk about how to break through your patterns and what to look for. And I realized that a lot of what people are facing, they don't even realize that it is an underlying pattern. So that's why when I posted this, it's like, okay, ready to break through to your next level and align and shift what it needs to be shifted for that alignment. So this conversation is really about that there's something more within you that you desire to express, that you desire to experience. And maybe that's, in your business, maybe that's in your art and the way that you want it out in the world, or maybe it's in love and relationship, or even relationship with yourself and your own health and your own body. So whatever that next level means to you, it's like there is a version of you that you will come into alignment with and have that experience. So patterns. So how do I want to say this? So when I talk about patterns, it's like there's actually an underlying frequency that is playing out in your life that no matter what you do, no matter what action you take, no matter what you implement, the same thing happens over and over and over again. So I want to give you an example. I was working with a client where when she came to me, she's like, I am ready to break through my limiting beliefs. I am ready. I am so ready to break through my limiting beliefs. And I really want to embody confidence. I was like, all right. So the first thing that I want you to think about for yourself is that the thing that you've been trying to resolve, if that's not resolving through, working with coaches or taking the actions or putting a plan in place, there's an underlying pattern active that when you get to the core, that's when things will shift. So this ready to move through my limiting beliefs and to embody confidence, it's a great start. But as she shared with me, she's like, I've been at this for a couple of years now. I just haven't been able to break through. And so through our time together, what she actually discovered, so even though she had, the things in place, she had a support system, she had, coach, she was doing all of the personal development work, there was something that wasn't really allowing her to move forward in her business, to allow herself to launch this business. And so in our work together, what I helped her to discover, and this is the thing that I want you guys can take a look at for yourself, is that there was, the pattern was, so two things. When you're finding you're like, I'm not moving forward, the same thing keeps happening again. So whether it's like, the failure to launch, a distraction, sickness keeps coming up, chaos keeps happening in your life, or, maybe it's like you're reaching out to share your business and you're hearing crickets, or nobody's signing up, or people will sign up and then they drop off, or, you're reaching out to get your art out into the world and nobody's answering you, or you get it out there and nobody's buying your stuff, right? Those are the kinds of patterns that you want to be looking for. Like, what is the same thing that keeps happening over and over again, no matter what I'm trying to do, right? Then, so for this client, what I helped her to see is that she had a pattern that every time she took a step forward, she would get sick. Now, for her, getting sick, it wasn't like she hadn't connected that every time she got sick, it was connected to her childhood. She was sick in her childhood. And what happened is that, so a couple of things were happening for her, is that sickness was almost like a comfort zone. And she would just put her focus on resolving the illness, resolving the sickness, focusing on her body. But the underlying pattern was something that was diverting her from launching her business, from putting her stuff out into the world, from really like embodying this next level of identity as a business owner and leader out in the world, bringing a really brilliant business idea out. So take a look at what is the thing that's happening over and over again, right? The pattern. Then take a look at, how was I wording this? Oh, what is familiar? What is familiar about what was happening? So for her, what was familiar was the sickness. And so what I helped her to see is that the connection is every time she moved forward in her business, she would get sick. And that was actually keeping her in this place of comfort. I know I already said all this again, but I feel like there was more to come through. And yeah. And so what happened is that there was a connection. Hello, Brian. So there was a connection that with her being sick, that was a place that she was able to nurture herself. That was a place when she was a child that she got attention and that she got love. And so when she was moving past her edge of bringing her business out into the world, all of these things would like bubble up in her, right? The fears, like, insecurities, self-doubt. And so she thought, well, I just need to like get rid of these limiting beliefs and embody this confidence. But it was really the underlying pattern of the sickness that we needed to get to the core of, because that was the thing that was diverting and distracting. So looking at the pattern, the thing that happens over and over again. Second piece is looking at what's familiar. What is the familiar thing that's happening over and over again? Now, the third piece is looking at the family connection, right? So pattern, familiar, and family. Those are some things that you could start to take a look at to start to dismantle the things that stop you, the invisible barriers that are preventing you from that next level life experience, that launch with your business, that next level love, or, that next level with money, or even relationships or health. And so looking at family. And so as I shared a little bit just a moment ago, for this client, it was like there was like this family connection that was familiar to being sick. And so a lot of the people that I work with, very, neurodivergent, sensitives, empaths, the black sheep of the family, those that have been through like really traumatic experiences that are here, like those past experiences have been your initiation to like really give you very unique skills and wisdom to bring out into the world. And so with the family, it's like, there's a saying that goes, it's like trauma passes through the family line until someone decides to heal it. It's like these patterns run through the family line. The pattern can be around money. You make just a certain amount of money and then it comes crashing down, or even for me with my own weight loss journey of finally keeping off 100 pounds after decades of issues with weight, was that there was a familiarity with my family of, having extra weight on my body. And then there was also the protective measure, and there was a lot of emotional things underneath it. But there was a part of me at that point in time, because there's layers to all of this, but the things that I'm sharing with you today will get you in the forward momentum direction. But for me, when I was going through my weight, I can look back now and I recognize that there was a part of me that wanted to feel like I was a part of the family because everybody was overweight. And if I lost weight, I would be too different and I wouldn't belong anymore. And so there's that aspect of the family, but if you can take a look at and realize that like this struggle, this challenge, this, invisible barrier that you're having may not be all yours, that it's a family pattern that you're breaking. So taking a look at, what is my experience now and what I'm trying to create, the big magic that I'm trying to create in my life, these stopping points, these blocks, these barriers, how is that, like, where else did I see that in my family? Okay. And, asking yourself, like, tuning into that next level version of yourself, that person who's totally successful in their business, and you're making, money beyond what your family has ever made before, or finally, feeling really good in your body, or like expressing yourself and bringing your art and your message out into the world, right? Like going beyond that edge. Where else in your family is somebody has had a similar experience? That I see this with my clients, where it's like family lineages of trauma or poverty, right? I mean, we're not too far from the generation of the Great Depression. So, challenges with money, or even, health, or, feeling, safe to express yourself freely may not all be yours. Okay. And so with this client, it was a huge aha moment for her to recognize that it wasn't about limiting beliefs, and that it wasn't so much about needing to embody confidence, but that underlying energetic pattern that kept her in a comfort zone of illness. I know, and it sounds like, wait, how is illness comfortable? But it's like, because it's familiar and it came from her child. It was something familiar and from her childhood. So she wasn't even making the connection, because she was just so, like, she got sick and then she would focus on the sickness, but I helped her to see the pattern. And once you have the awareness of like what is actually at the core of what's happening, you have empowered choice to make make different choices for yourself. And so if you're like finding yourself that you move ahead and you fall back, you move ahead, or you're putting all the things in place, you've got the marketing in place, you're posting on the socials, you're reaching out to share your art, you're taking the steps to, make more money for yourself, or, get healthy, but you keep getting pushed, pulled back. There's something underlying that once you identify it, you can shift it. And with that conscious awareness, you can bring yourself into alignment with the version of you that's living your dreams and your desires. This is my business called Make Big Magic, because you are the magic. You have it within you. If the dream and desire is within you, it's possible for you. And it just might require some shifts and tweaks, and really getting to the core of what needs to be shifted and alchemized on an energetic and consciousness level. So I'll just share with you a couple of ways you can kind of tap in and do a little bit of work for me. If this is something that you're like, oh yeah, I'm feeling like I am so freaking ready to break through. I am so done with like this struggle bus and things not working, and me putting in all of this effort, and the return on investment is, investment of my time and energy isn't making me any progress. Oh, right now, I do have one place open for my Make Big Magic mentorship. And so send me a message and let's chat about that and see if it's a fit. And the magic mirror session is a nice place to just like drop in and, get a taste of what is possible and available. Inside that session is a combination of an intuitive reading, quantum healing, energy work, to really shift. Like, I'll help you identify what is at the core of something and guide you through shifting the energy and emotions that are going on inside that are creating and manifesting your current experiences that you're ready to go beyond your edge of. And then, just if you want to tip your pinky toe in, the quantum illumination sessions, those are twice a monthly readings where we all meet on a conference line. It's a group session. You will sign up a certain time. The next one is, they're twice monthly. So the next one is April 10th and then April 24th. And once you sign up, you'll get a calendar link. You'll pick your time. You'll get all the details to call in. And what I do is I'll do laser energy readings for you. So you call up and you're like, all right, I'm having this experience. I don't understand why I'm not breaking through. I don't understand why this thing keeps happening. Or, so what I do is I'll scan your field. I'll tap into your heart. I'll connect with the greater essence of who you are beyond the human form, right? Your soul, your heart, your soul, and channel through the messages for you of what to shift, what where to focus on. Clients have come and they've been like, all right, I've got these two options, like what is the one that is going to bring me further, because I have the psychic sight to be able to see more broadly and more deeply. So all of the links for that are in my header and my link tree, but if you have any specific questions, just send me a DM. We are in a really amazing time of evolution and growth, and the time for struggle is over and the choice is absolutely yours. And, if you're ready to thrive, if you're ready to break through, go beyond your edge and really embody that next level, life, let that dream that you have come into materialization, I would be honored to walk the journey with you. Thanks for tuning in. And if you found this inspiring at all, please share it. And I'd also love to hear, like, after watching this and after, taking a look at the things that I shared, like what came through for you. I would absolutely love it if you came back and dropped a little note or sent me a message. It really does light up my day, and I want to celebrate you. Celebrate your evolution, celebrate your freedom, celebrate your sovereignty, and just celebrate you and life. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Bye.